Testing. Hello. Oh. Wow. Am I
Through.
coming? I just improvised this in a real hurry. Um, Holy shit. I can't see the chat either. Go home. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we're back for 30 seconds. Scared me. I heard it from the other room. Penta Penguin, are you there? I can't even see a number of count. Um, Yeah, my brother in Christ, I have backups. I did make backups along the way. I filled up a very frustrating amount of online cloud accounts with backups. I am streaming, quote unquote, streaming from a backup PC that was only extremely recently thrown together, like maybe 2 days ago. The timing of this is absolutely insane. My primary hard drive on my primary work computer has been showing signs of failure for a while now, and what just happened might have actually been the death of it, live in front of everyone. March 15th, the Kriegspiel video, I think I can install my editing software and my tools on this backup computer and essentially replace my previous computer with this one. And it's not even, oh my god. Maybe the drive will boot again and I can do just enough to duplicate the hard drive onto another computer, because that thing has so much good stuff saved on it. Passwords, the workflow. I know I'm a I know the screen is black. There is not enough time to do something other than a black screen right now. Yeah, I just so long as I get the voice in and get some kind of message out to the 20 or so people who immediately saw that thing come to an abrupt end. And I was also planning on doing 6 more hours of proofreading work tonight. At least I managed to technically finish the stream, and Eddie can tell that I am very distressed. He is licking me right now. Oh, man. I really don't know what to say. This could put a big wrench in my video plans. I don't know if it'll put a big wrench in my streaming plans. I can transition to streaming on this other computer, but it puts a time delay on everything. Now, if I say this out loud, maybe it won't sound as bad as I'm thinking. Yeah, I am using the new old computer, the Franken build, at the moment, and honestly, I think I just need to hug my dog and talk it out. Do you have an HDD copier? No. Who has... What is an HD? Um, I thought the way it works is that you plug in 2 hard drives in one computer and put in your operating system installation disk. And when it's making a new partition to install the operating system, you typically have a button that says duplicate contents of this hard drive onto another one. If this thing boots one more time, I need to spin that boot, use that boot duplicating the contents. And that mostly means passwords and workflow. The video folder is at least 70 gigabytes. And I can't believe it, but most of those gigabytes are uploaded to some cloud backup folders, but they have very long, complicated passwords that I wrote down on paper. Those passwords are saved in the browser settings. I could maybe copy-paste the passwords into plain text and store them on cloud for recovery. The other thing is my production software. I went through a hard drive failure and migration literally 6 months ago. And it was such a pain in the ass to get passwords. I think even some of that most mundane stuff is backed up on some other cloud drives. It's all backed up on cloud drives. I need to not stream with that computer again. The last thing I need to do with that hard drive is duplicate its contents to another one, and or work on the Kriegspiel video itself, render it, and toss the drive and replace it after the render. Sync with Google or Firefox login. I've never made a Firefox login account. Maybe now's the time. Your PC is tantamount to your brain. Use this time to update the structure of your brain. I maybe could order a new hard drive right away. And duplicate the contents onto that. I think it was 2 terabytes, but only there was 670 gigabytes free, so that means maybe about 1.5 terabyte was being used. So I would need to order, I would first of all need to confirm that it can still be bootable and get a few more hours of life out of it. And then I would need to order a new hard drive, upload what I can to the cloud, and then order a new hard drive and turn it off again one last time before swapping them out. But I don't even know if that's a viable plan until turning it off and on again. I also want to unplug it in and out of the cable again. I previously had this very same hard drive give me a scare like this before, and it fixed itself by unplugging and replugging it. But nothing's a guarantee, and my luck these days is just always shit. My luck these days is just always shit. My luck these days is just always shit. This version of OBS I'm running on the new computer doesn't have the chat displaying on the window. I am thinking of uploading this to YouTube and putting at least a permanent record that I'm trying. I am really trying, and my luck has just been shit. What is going on here? Yeah, we're rooting for you. When should I just turn the stream off and get to work on it? I almost don't want to do it alone. But I'm gonna have to. This is like August from last year. August from last year was the worst month of my life since I was a teenager, and I went through something like this in August and made it through the other side. I didn't exactly pay off all the debt I racked up, but I at least made it through to the other side and didn't become homeless or anything in the process. Oh, man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, man, oh man, oh man. Bad setback, but I can recover. What should I say? I think I've already said what can be said. Get to work, brother. The good thing about doing so much of my work on Google Docs on the cloud and making those cloud backups of the video file, I'm thinking of being strategic about the next time I even press the power button on that computer because of my luck. But I was thinking of doing 6 hours more proofreading and editing work tonight on the script. And I can actually do that on the cloud on my backup computer here. But my backup computer is not my backup workstation. This one does not have the hundreds of gigabytes that my previous computer had that would get me back in the saddle. Got Poe to grind, and it's the weekend, so I'm aiming. What a way to end my Friday. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream and go into the other room, turn the power supply off. The other thing that was going on, have you guys seen this before? It was rebooting itself over and over and over again, and every time it failed to clear the post test and would say that the hard drive was failing a smart self-test and needs to be replaced. I would press the power button, hold it down for 4 seconds to turn it off, and within a few more seconds it would turn it back on again. So I turned the power supply off, and walked over here to the other room to my backup computer, and which had OBS installed, and I dug up my Twitch password, logged into my Twitch account, got the stream key set up, plugged in a portable USB microphone, and started the stream with this black screen and microphone feed and nothing else. But I think what I will do is walk in the other room, take the case off of the PC, unplug the power cable, dust it out with the spray duster, unplug the SATA cables from the hard drive, plug them into a different port, visibly confirm that the SATA cables are plugged in nice and tight, and then try to boot it again. I think that's what I'll do immediately right away. Because if I have to end my Friday with this kind of anxiety, it's really gonna ruin my mood for the whole weekend. And I've had an extremely busy week, and I was very much looking forward to relaxing this week and not worrying about things for once. But this really is my luck these days. And my expenses. You can disable the smart test, but this comes with an obvious risk of being the last thing you ever do. The last thing that hard drive ever does. Let's clarify. Because if I can boot it one more time, that is just enough time to export my Firefox passwords and the latest updated version of the folders. I threw in some very lightweight public domain music files in there last night that haven't gotten upgraded to the cloud, but the hundreds of hours of work that have gone into this video have been uploaded to the cloud. The passwords for those accounts are just a pain in the ass. External SATA cable for $10. I'd recommend getting an external SATA cable for $10. What would I do with that? I feel you. It's specifically bad when it happens at night and you have to wait till morning to contact someone who can help me out. Well, the thing, I don't know how much help there really can be. I can use some fan donations to buy a new hard drive, and I really hope it's not expensive. I bought this hard drive in 2023 and it failed in 2 years. I started noticing it behaving poorly, performing poorly about a month and a half ago. So this wasn't entirely unexpected, and foreseeing that this would happen is why I was so diligent about my cloud backup copies. But one thing that just cannot be backed up without pressing the actual duplicate button, with 2 hard drives plugged in, is the time you lose from reinstalling the operating system, reinstalling all the productivity software, digging up all the complicated passwords, and getting things back to where they were. Last time I did that in August, it was like a 4-day long process. And the video deadline, I gave them a deadline. I gave them a deadline of March 15th. NVMe, I don't know what that means. External SATA cable for $10 so you don't need to turn the PC on to get files off for the drive. I have an external hard drive enclosure. It doesn't really work anymore. It's very old. Okay, is that kind of what you're talking about? Like an external hard drive enclosure? So I could take the hard drive out and try to plug it into my backup computer. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. I do have an external hard drive enclosure that has been spotty and unreliable, but that's because those things are cheap as shit and can be ordered quickly. HDDs are basically 25 a terabyte these days. That is also good news. The backup computer I'm using has an SDD and an HDD. The HDD I use for recording archival gameplay footage, and it's fairly unnecessary. I've not even really used it that much over the course of its lifetime. It was in a computer I was not primarily relying on. This is the time when you learn. And these boffins have reduced it to a cable dongle. What brand is the HDD? I believe it's Western Digital. Do you have an Amazon wish list to add things to? I should have a long time ago. Oh, I need to hug Eddie, but this external enclosure idea is actually pretty good. because that way I can plug it into the backup computer while it is still turned on, and maybe even press a duplicate the contents of this hard drive button in the Windows drives and partition manager. And the last act of this hard drive could be duplicating itself onto the second hard drive of my gaming computer. Yes, yes. Saying it out loud helps so much. But that's right. I have foreseen this coming for 2 months now, and I have filled my house with backups and redundancies and uploaded all the most hundreds of hours of work that I've done to the cloud. And the reason I have this backup computer with a backup hard drive in it, not really a backup hard drive, this hard drive was being used, and there's some good gameplay footage on it, but I can live without that. But the workflow, the productivity folders, and the editor, the Sony Vegas, and all the associated plugins, some of which are pretty expensive and requires you to like register DRM licenses with the company. God, it's such a pain in the ass. It's such a pain in the ass, but I did prepare for it. I do have the systems in place, some of the equipment in place, and a plan and an idea that I came up with a while ago in case this happens. Spend the night reorganizing your brain. This is an opportunity. That was a message from Ron Cinephile. Oh, I think I should write out a plan on paper first. And I think my first plan should be making use of my old hard drive enclosure. It has a SATA to USB converter. It's going to be a pain in the ass, and I'm not going to like doing it. But I will try that first. And then, if that doesn't work, I have my cloud backups. They're messy, the passwords are a mess, but I have them. You made the right call in restarting the stream. Staying alone by yourself in a moment like this is just terrible for your mind. Yeah, that's what it was like in August. Even in restarting the stream with the black screen is so much better than not. It gives me an incentive to say it out loud. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like shivering now. Alright, I've been on this for 18 minutes. And I think I have my first couple plans. I have my plan A and my plan B. Plan A is to exploit the external hard drive. Plan B is to continue to test it in the previous machine. Plan C will then be to pull the trigger on my cloud backups and go through reinstalling the operating system over again. I have a weekend. Get to work. Thanks, Ron Cinephile. You just told me to get to work, Dingus. And I will get to work. No, I don't think I'm better off doing it tomorrow. I will not be able to sleep tonight under this stress. Which also happened to me last night. Yeah, I will not be able to sleep until there's some better sense of a foreseeable future. This is doing something to my blood pressure. I can get on VC if you want company. Take deep rest. Just gotta regroup. Keep planning out loud and moving accordingly. I will keep the stream going while writing my plan down in paper. I have a notepad nearby. I'll be right back. It's in another room. Alright. Another thing I believe will be important, and this is such a strange plan, but it is to upload this black screen stream with nothing else on it to YouTube. Okay, as like public record that I've not been fucking slacking off for a year. I've just had the worst fucking luck that a person in the universe can possibly have. I've just been feeling like my own personal Odysseus. I want to install an alert box or get a window capture going of the chat so that it won't look so weird for people on YouTube later. Because there are very, very helpful, generous numbers on YouTube who I kind of feel need to see this. Why do I feel like they need to see this? And why is the Twitch OBS window capture not working? Cool, George, we hear ya. I'm trying to capture an OBS window, and for some reason it's not working and my head is spinning. Yeah, look at that. What is this? I've never seen this before. It doesn't do this on my previous computer, but at least you guys can now look at something that I'm looking at. The alternative is a display capture, and that's a bigger pain in the ass, but that's gonna have to be what works right now. Display capture. Crop it over to just show the Twitch text chat while I install the OBS alert box widget on in a different window. All right. There we go. This is some record, at least, of who I've been talking to in the chat for those who are watching on YouTube. I was responding to these messages. Yeah, I've had... Yeah, GQ Blocks especially knows. He was here when I was having... He was on the microphone with me when I was having a panic attack over this one time when I noticed my computer freeze up. And he was like, George, do not think about it. Don't think about it. But yeah, this was not unforeseen. It gets worse slowly over months before failing. In my case, it got better, actually. I really thought that it was a bad Windows update that was introducing an inefficiently optimized pre-caching service that was slowing my hard drive down because I didn't want to believe it was dying. But yeah, no, that was dying. That was just wishful thinking. I edited the Windows services running to close that service and prevent it from running, and my hard drive did indeed perform faster for a few days, and so that hit me by surprise tonight. I did some very large input-output operations, installing all those Steam demos and running all those streams, but I bought it in 2013. It's not even 3 years old. I bought it in 2023. It's not even 3 years old. Scared me. I heard it from the other room. This is a reference to I'm using a much lower quality microphone. You have an HDD copier, and I don't know anyone who has an HDD copier. I didn't even know that was a thing. Disabling the smart test is something I might be interested in doing. But external SATA cable, I have something functionally similar usage. I have an external enclosure that doesn't work reliably, but if it's still, I mean, I gotta like jiggle the wire and make sure it's plugged in super duper tight. All the pins need to be connected. I might have to rub it with alcohol. But if it doesn't work, those things are extremely cheap. And HDDs are also fairly cheap. Wow. All right. I think it's weird. You got an SDD, right? An SSD. I I have one, but it was not the one that I was using on the workstation. Oh man. All right, I have chat on screen. That was the goal. I'm ignoring the alert box business for now. This is gonna have to do. I'm gonna write this out on paper. Plan A will be to use, first of all, remove HDD, use external enclosure cables to plug it into backup PC, and see if files are detectable. Wait a second, it was a password-protected Windows installation. Does that mean the files are going to be accessible if I plug it into a remote computer? It might ask for a password to, like, enter the drive, I think. I feel like I've done something like that before. Oh, I don't remind me. The money is not there, my friend. It's not. I have so much debt to pay off. And the condo tower Airbnb HOA is like threatening to charge us a $5,000 assessment or something. What was I writing? What was I writing? I do not have the money to buy SSDs. I do have the money to buy HDDs. No, I have the money to buy maybe one. But yeah, I am very aware. It's not. I can't think of that right now. Okay, plan A. Step 1, remove HDD, use external enclosure cables to plug it into backup PC and see if files are detected. And if files are detected, does anyone know what to expect with that? A password-protected Windows installation. I don't even think they let you install Windows without a password anymore. When you take that hard drive that a password-protected Windows installation is on and put it in another computer that is turned on and running at the time, how do they handle the password protection in that case? Windows can do hard drive encryption, but it's separate from passwords on login. It is password on login. I think yeah, when one of my computers was out of commission for the past year and a half, which is a whole nother can of worms, I think I did do this, and don't remember getting nagged by any password protection. Windows can do hard drive encryption. I don't think that's what I had set up. But okay. I have slight memories of taking a Windows 10 installation hard drive, putting it into another computer, and being able to navigate it without needing to do two very fancy things. Now if files are detected, then clean out my backup computer's backup HDD, my backup PC's backup HDD. It has footage from Deathloop on it. It has footage from my Greece trip back in 2018. Is there enough space on C to hold it all? Oh my god, it's 1 terabyte. I have my priorities, but it's not... I might have had more than 1 terabyte. Yeah, actually, if I can neglect the Steam folder with all those big game files installed on it, then I might be able to duplicate the contents harmlessly. The important thing is some of the stuff that happens when you just automatically turn the computer on and use it. That is operating system installation, operating system settings, file folder structure, and then also browsers and passwords. I would so much rather duplicate that stuff over, and then the 100 gigabyte Kriegspiel work production folder and all the associated productivity software. I can do without any games that I duplicate over, but I think when you press the duplicate drive button, it does not let you pick and choose which folders to exclude. Oh, wow. TMG 19XTX. This really is going to be a rough wake-up call, I think, for a lot of old-time fans when they find out why I have been out of commission for the past year, and when they see I've not even really been slacking off for that year. This video, it's like one of those... It's the YouTube meta. A YouTuber spends an entire year suffering to make something for the whole year. I've been going through some very, very, very stressful real-life emergency situations that only happen in your life once. I'm going through the death of a parent. My condo tower has been taken over by Airbnb slumlords who are doing what they can to make it as miserable as possible to live here. And the condo tower caught on fire in January. And they are constantly hiking the HOAs and charging these ridiculous special assessments that I cannot afford. And I've been begging for money on Twitch to make ends meet this whole time. While still working on a video that is unsustainably large of a workload. And to be bluntly honest, my usual stuff has always been an unsustainable workload. There are fans who have seen me handle this workload that can confirm that working all night and losing sleep was the normal routine for the first 10 years or so. All right. Clean out my backup PC's backup HDD. Save the grease footage. I think I can ignore everything else. Save grease. Ignore Deathloop. Now, if it plan B, duplicate. Okay, Windows like partition manager. That's what I want. And I should not be showing this stuff on the screen. That's why I don't like this window capture issue that OBS is having. What's the capture method? I thought there was an alternate way to do this. I went away for a bit. I thought George might be on writing thoughts mode. Conziate, my hard drive failed live on stream in front of everyone, and I'm talking to you from a backup computer with a backup microphone and a backup installation. I've got a bunch of redundancies and backups ready for this, and I was predicting it would happen eventually, but the timing is just especially unfortunate. And I'm really just using this opportunity to talk out loud and get some kind of feedback to process the thoughts. Plan A is to use external enclosure. Plan B will be to put HDD back into... Oh man, now I'm getting smartphone alerts. What could this have been? Plan B is to put my HDD back into workstation computer. And if it boots there, why would it boot there if it wouldn't be detectable and explorable in the backup computer? And if it boots, upload Firefox profile to cloud. Yeah. Your hard drive might have BitLocker turned on. I don't think it does, and it seems if that's on, you do need to boot the drive to recover the decryption key before you can decrypt it externally. I don't remember doing any BitLocker things. I think I know the feature you're talking about, and I do not think I ever touched it. Okay, so my plan A is to use an external enclosure to dig into the hard drive and to plug the hard drive into a backup computer and use that to duplicate its contents onto a backup hard drive plugged into the backup computer. Plan B, if that doesn't work, is to just put the HDD back into the workstation PC. Okay, now use different cables and ports. Cables and ports. And if it boots, upload the Firefox profile to the cloud. That's going to be the most important one, I think. He'd know if he had BitLocker. I don't think... I remember thinking about turning it on and it being a pain in the ass and me deciding not to out of convenience. Plan B, put HDD back into workstation PC and use different cables and parts. And if it boots, upload the Firefox profile to the cloud. At that point, do I need a plan C? Because if neither of those work, the hard drive, I would assume, is just permanently dead. Okay, plan C, clean the hard drive contacts with alcohol and try again. Does that sound like a bad idea? I could Google that one before trying it. With contacts and try again. Oh, God. I have a plan A, B, and C now here. Oh. All right. Where do you guys go to follow me for updates, by the way? I don't want to be posting updates about this on Twitter, but if that's what I need to make money to get out of this situation, I'll do it. Can't hurt, but probably not going to help. Try again with different port and cable is a good idea. Yeah, I'd rather be posting about these updates on Blue Sky. Discord is behind a $10 paywall, though. If you felt hesitant about joining the Super Bunny Hop Discord, now is absolutely the time when I am in the greatest need I've been in since the last time I was begging on stream about the emergencies. You can make a post and tag Linkara. He's always happy to share fundraising posts. Got the Twitch link from Reddit. There's a hard drive recovery service, but it's like they're enjoyable. Yeah, no, I think I have enough backups and redundancies not to feel tempted to pay $300 for hard drive recovery. I would happily, if I had... Wait, no, it also depends on how much time it takes. I would happily exchange $300 to fix the problem with the little amount of time possible if I had that kind of money, and I don't. But time... Even if I had the money, I still don't know if the amount of time it would take would be practical for the current situation I'm in. March 15th deadline. March 15th deadline for the video. Alright. I think I'm feeling pretty alright. I'm not feeling alright. I'm feeling horrible. I think I just have a pretty alright plan. Best is if you could get a shout out or message boost from other people with the platform. Yeah. Yeah, Plan A, B, C, D, E, F. Plan F. Plan F. Beg for donations. I've already been doing so much of that, and I still plan on some of it happening in the future, because I might. Ugh. But yeah, no, I gotta beg for donations through the channels of popular creators. Linkara was suggested. I have Nebula connections. Nebula connections. I accidentally handwrote collections. You are handling this really well. I had a hard drive loss and I didn't have anything resembling a plan in at least several days. This is a situation where asking for economic help is more than warranted. I really feel like I have squeezed my fans dry enough as it is already, though. For fuck. Should I keep the stream going and start prodding around? Should plan A actually be to try a different cable and a different port first, and then plan B be try to remove the drive and put it in the workstation PC and see if I can explore it that way? Because it is more work, it takes more time, and I think I could swap the cables and ports out quick enough in a minute or two. It's in a different room. I'm not bringing this microphone with me, so there might be just like 2 minutes of downtime. Oh, I know what to do for 2 minutes of downtime. Let me turn this display capture off for a second. Wait, I can keep it on actually. Wait, no, I can't. What do I got here? We got Chrome. Let's see if OBS is gonna fuss so much about capturing a Chrome window as it would a Firefox window. So this stream just changed categories. Free stream Friday. Hard drive failure. Live on stream. Recovery. Live on stream. What should the category for this be? Are we just chatting? Is tech support a category? Tech support, error unknown. There are games called tech support. PC building, is that a category? No. Tech market. We're gonna be just chatting, and I'm going to display on the window. Hopefully it'll capture Chrome. No, what is going on here? Okay, why is Chrome just a black and white rectangle? What? Huh? I don't want to be Googling this problem right now. Oh, white rectangle, no idea. No freaking idea, but at least the display captures work promptly and can be used to reach a backup solution. So we're gonna arrange some windows in a funny way where I'm gonna walk into the other room and do plan B actually before plan A. Sent you 50, but thank you. No alerts would not surprise me right now. I guess you're not getting alerts. I just sent you 50 bucks. Yes, correct. This version of OBS I have installed does not have the alert box widgets. Yeah, this is borderline a fresh install. I was using this installation of OBS to record gameplay footage years ago. Just kind of awkward to come in like that. Likely no Streamlabs. I think I can open the Streamlabs window smoothly enough, but that's, wait, yeah, I need to turn that off. I had, I thought I had a Streamlabs window open. Oh, I did. Very much did. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Kanzi, and I'm reading it now. Thanks for the 25 too, Trig. Oh, my stomach is turning. Oh, alright. Display capture. I'm gonna put music on. What would be good music for focus? Tank Hanger. We're gonna listen to 5 minutes of Metal Gear Solid 1 Tank Hanger sneaking ambiance while I go in another room. Oh my god, how am I gonna be arranging these window capture? Actually, hold that thought for a second, because I need to shrink the YouTube. There we go. Okay, I think this might get us good. Wait. Hello? Hello? Audio? Oh... What is happening now? I'm not hearing any audio. We hear it's playing for us? Are you serious? OBS is not displaying a microphone feedback. Yeah, must be on capture channel. Well, if you hear it, let me press the loop button on. Oh, it's extended as it is anyway. It'll be a nice timer to pace myself to. Oh, God. I need a drink of water. Alright. Let me change my plan A to my plan B. Use different cables and ports. Same hard drive and same computer. I think this one will take 2 to 5 minutes, and I'll come back with a report on whether or not I can get the PC to boot up again with the same hard drive I was using different cables and different ports. We hear it when you speak? What in the world? It plays when I talk. I'm not hearing the music myself. And I think that's because the default Windows play device is set to the wrong one. Aha! I hear it now! Okay. Okay. Boom boom. 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 Eddie also needs to be fed. And I'm going to be away from the stream for 5 minutes, but it will be very good for my mental health to keep it coming and come back with updates and talk out my plans. I'm gonna put a text box on the screen, because no one's gonna know what's going on if they hop into this thing. Okay. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. London. Bum bum. Bum bum. All right. I gotta feed Eddie. He's whining at me for food, and I'm trying to crop the text to make it look okay. Okay. I'm gonna be away for 5 minutes, maybe to 10 minutes, while I feed Eddie, and then unplug the hard drive from the SATA cables, use a different SATA cable in a different port, and try and boot it again. And then I'll come back and say what will happen. Let me actually put that on the screen too. Oh god. Oh my god. Alright. That should hopefully explain things for people just now coming in. I'm gonna go to the kitchen and feed Eddie, then I'm gonna go to the office, and work on my PC components. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. my god. Okay, we've got a Windows 10 logo. We've cleared post. Different SATA cables and different ports have cleared post and given us a Windows 10 logo. I'm still looking to see what it'll do next. It's spinning. It's spinning a little logo. Oh. Oh. I don't really know if I'm fully back, but I at least need to be operating under the assumption that that hard drive's gonna die within days now at this point. Looks like the login screen in the back is the only way up. Oh. It's still loading. Why did the music stop? Oh, the music didn't stop. The login screen's not appeared yet. It's still loading. It usually takes a long time to load anyway. You know, Windows 10 doesn't actually really shut itself off when you press the shutdown button. It's like an advanced sleep mode. But then when you turn the power supply off, it really actually shuts down. Can you hear anything weird coming from the drive? I didn't think so, but let me double check. Bad news! No, it just restarted. I'm seeing what's happening now. Maybe it was supposed to do that, I don't know. It just restarted. Preparing automatic repair. Now it says it's preparing automatic repair. I didn't check to see if anything weird was coming out. It's doing some kind of automatic repair process thing. I am not hearing anything weird from the drive. The Windows automatic repair thing just said your PC failed to start properly. Would you like to restart? You can try advanced options. And I just hit restart because I kind of want to be there sitting, looking at it, watching it. What's it telling me when it tries to restart? Inaccessible boot device. Okay, Windows 10 tried to boot, couldn't, and forced a restart, but it showed me a blue screen with an error code, and the error code said inaccessible boot device. Inaccessible boot device. It tries, it makes it past post, it gets to Windows. Inaccessible boot device. I'm gonna be running back and forth. If someone who has the time and energy and isn't doing anything better right now, it might be helpful to Google inaccessible boot device and see what we can do, if there's anything we can do to fix that. Okay, thank you TMG19XDX. I do think I can get to a command prompt through the Windows auto recovery thing, but the other thing is, really, shouldn't I actually be unplugging this hard drive from the computer and plugging from the workstation computer, plugging it into my backup computer and copying over files right now? TMG, you're talking about safe mode. There's some kind of safe mode recovery thing it does. I can get into the recovery environment. Yeah, troubleshoot, command prompt, boot rec, fix master boot rec, scan OS boot rec, rebuild BCD. I think that would be worth trying first. Okay, I'm gonna now when you say trig the discovery, when you said I think that would be worth trying first, get the files now. You're referring to unplugging the drive and extracting the files before trying to, yeah, externally, yeah, okay. I'm moving on to plan B in that case. I'm not going to try to boot it from the current work PC. I'm going to back up what I can for now, then keep trying to boot it later. You could try straight for duplication and give up on booting. I think that might be my plan C, because I do have a backup hard drive I could duplicate this thing to. It'll suck to lose that drive, but it'll be worth it. Wow. Heart is pounding. I think the music is actually not helping with stress, but might be helping with determination and focus. I can still do plan B by doing this. Try to command prompt from the backup PC after duplication. Yeah, let me just copy paste these prompts and put them somewhere more useful. Oh. God. Jesus. Christ. When will it end? When? Will I just have a week or two or a month even of things going okay and not worrying about money? Okay, it's a pain in the ass to take this drive out. It's squeezed in there real tight. There's cables in the way. There's a annoying locking mechanism made out of plastic tabs instead of screws, but I'm gonna go do that now. And if my... come to think of it, if my external hard drive enclosure doesn't work, I don't think I expect it to, I might could just plug it into this computer through... directly into the motherboard. The case is open. Give me some Twilight sniping. You got it, Chief. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. What was I doing? I need to turn the work PC off right away. Now it's going through the automatic repair thing, and I was in the BIOS when I said all my previous messages just now, and I exited the BIOS, and it very, very quickly went into automatic repair, so I'm waiting for it to finish this cycle before I turn it off for good. Oh, Eddie, calm down. Eddie's asking for something. I need to figure out what it is. I already fed him. He might want to be going out. Okay, current attempt. Data recovery with external cables. Oh, thank you, actually, for the music choice. Boderick. This is way better for my mental health, this music. I'm fiddling with plastic brackets that have the hard drive locked into space, locked in place. And it's, I can't figure out the unlock position. I can't get it to slide out. Okay, I have successfully removed the hard drive. Wow. They were not on both sides, but for some reason my first 5 attempts at pulling it out never worked. I did the same exact thing on my 6th attempt, and that time it worked. I'm gonna try plugging it into the janky external hard drive enclosure now. This thing has not worked in a few years. I'll give it a couple attempts, and then I'll swab it with alcohol. And if that doesn't work, I can plug it directly into the motherboard with SATA cables. This PC's case is open. I've been working on it. But I should turn it off before I do that, shouldn't I? I don't think you can plug hard drives into your motherboard's SATA ports live on stream while while doing hard drive. Yeah, I might pause the stream for that one. And turn the computer off while doing it. Okay, we have a light lighting up, but no new hard drive detected. Oh, no hard drive detected. Is anything coming up in Device Manager? Device Manager. No disk drives in Device Manager. No unknown devices in Disk Manager either. The HDD enclosure is lighting up with the blue LED light. It's not detecting any data. Yeah, I guess that means we've got power but no data. Alright, I'm gonna try this a couple more times and then I'm gonna swab it with alcohol. I do not hear it spinning up. I do not hear her going. I've asked Device Manager for info on other drives and I'm seeing nothing. Now, there's also the disk management. This is actually where I'll want to go to do my duplication. It's not showing up there. Convert to dynamic disk. Extend volume, shrink volume, format. Where do you do the duplication? In any case, that's a problem for later. I'm going to try the external enclosure a couple more times. Alright. I'm going to swab the connectors on the external hard drive enclosure with rubbing alcohol now. If I have to turn the stream off to plug it in internally, I will use that break to also take Eddie out for a walk. But if I can get the computer back up and running again, I absolutely positively will come back to the stream. Talking this out loud while going through it and having feedback to bounce off is so much better than doing it alone. alcohol. Alright, I'm swabbing the connectors with alcohol, and I'm only going to swab the connectors on the enclosure because that's the one that's been reliable. The connectors on the hard drive have not been reliable. Performance on that hard drive is unreliable, but not the connection. Oh no, the Twilight sniping. Alright. That was 15 minutes of Twilight sniping. I feel like I could go another more, but I don't know if it's annoying for listeners. I've cleaned it with alcohol, and I don't think that enclosure is doing anything at all whatsoever. I'm gonna have to change the current attempt to... What should I call this? Duplication. Alright. Oh. God. Head is spinning. I'm gonna have to turn this computer off for a couple minutes, and at some point in this process I might need to be taking Eddie out as well. I think he's asking to go out. But I would at least like to keep the stream running and the music running while I go out and do that. I don't know why, but something about it just makes me feel more comfortable than not, and I need all of that I can muster right now. I'm gonna reboot this PC. I am going to plug the... I'm gonna plug the dying hard drive into the recently rebuilt Frankenstein computer and reboot it back. At that point, there are going to be 3 drives plugged into this machine. 2 of them have boot. 2 of them are boot drives. I really hope I pick the right one when the BIOS asks me which one I want to boot from. Let me take a note. Okay. I'm noting some of the numbers and letters, some code printed on the drive. That code might show up in the BIOS when it's asking me which drive to boot from. Hang on, Eddie. Hang on. Let's see what that is. Can I use Disk Genius to duplicate a hard drive within a running instance of Windows 10? It would be very nice if I did not have to turn the computer off and use the Windows 10 install disk, I hate that thing, to do it. I think I remember Disk Genius also having a pretty nasty nag screen for buying the premium version, but in any case, I think I got my note jotted down and I'm ready to reboot. Alright, I'll be back 5 to 10 minutes, hopefully. If I'm not back in 5 to 10 minutes, that's gonna be even more rough. This computer I am talking to you now on has only been working for, like, maybe a day and some change. It's had some fusses and problems of its own on its way to the current stable situation I'm able to boot it into. In any case, I'll be back. Thank you for putting up with me. We're not gonna go in that folder again. I know you guys like the noodles, but at the end of the day, they're just noodles. You can buy more noodles. You can't buy more dead Georges if they die from a heart attack of panicking over PC failures. I'm not suicidal, by the way. And I have a cautious disposition towards hazards and accidents, by the way. As you can see, yes, look at this. If it ever needs to be presented in court, look at all these backups and redundancies I had planned for this emergency. I have a cautious disposition towards hazards and accidents, one of which I predicted was an HDD failure, and I got to work like a month ago making sure that it would not go worse than it has so far. It was the singing, no doubt, maybe. Bill in a dream. Okay, this is kind of interesting, though. It's having a harder time copying over the Iliad files, and it played maybe about 10 seconds of the noodle footage before crashing, which is safely backed up, by the way. It's the newer files that are successfully copying over, and the older files it's having trouble with. I don't know if I can rely on the duplication. God damn, that's heartbreaking. The Konami lawyers heard the singing. Oh, I need to set this song to loop as well. There we go. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Oh, thanks for the $3, Brad Looker. Thanks for the $10, Thomas B is okay. Oh, wow, we gotta buy a new drive, please. We got it. Okay. Eddie is asking for food. I'm gonna run out for seconds, maybe 2 minutes at most, and make sure that he's taken care of. Then I gotta do this money stuff. Oh, man. Thank you so much, guys, for letting me speak this out loud, make my plan in front of everyone, and also these extremely useful donations that are going to get used right away live on stream in front of everyone, too, for the most important thing they need to be used for. And the music recommendations. This jazzy stuff is better. Why is it not replaying, though? Oh, it's just taking a while. The loop point has a lot of silence. Actually, I just remembered a more higher priority thing I need to do, and that is copy over the Firefox passwords and bookmarks. Now refresh me where Firefox passwords and bookmarks are stored. I'm going to also attempt to watch the Noodle clip again now that we're done copying. It never did copy over the Iliad backups. That's fine. Those noodles.mov. Let me try copying it instead of actually playing it directly from the drive. It copied flawlessly and instantly. Wow. God, I can't hear that. What the hell? Let's fix that. There, much better, much better. Sorry about that. I had no way of knowing. User update on roaming Mozilla Firefox profiles. Thank you very much for saving me the Google.
With darkness and silence through the night.
I don't have permission to click continue to permanently get access to this folder. Okay. It's taking a long time to open. Oh yeah, Windows 10 like really yelled at me for some reason on this installation about putting things in the root C folder. Why is it taking so long to load my user folder? Oh no. Wait, the mic got quiet. Oh no. Oh, testing. This is probably about as loud as I'm gonna get. This is probably about as quiet as I'm gonna get. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it right. So there's also a program files one. The app data folder is fussing at me. Trying to access the app data folder of a different Windows installation seems to not be going smoothly on first attempt. Is there anything actually relevant in the program files Mozilla Firefox folder? passwords. I would hope so. I would really hope so. Windows is fussing at me about trying to access... Windows is fussing at me about trying to access the user data folder on the dying hard drive. I'm gonna copy over the program files Firefox folder for now. That went instantly and flawlessly. So we got program files and then user data local and user data roaming both. That's a pain in the ass. User data local, user data roaming. Now am I even ever gonna be able to access these things? I don't know. Not for honor, but for you, snake eater. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Windows doesn't even seem to want me to explore the George folder. The C/user/George folder. Well, those passwords are a pain in the ass. The most important ones were for cloud backups of the Kriegspiel folder. And it seems like I have a perfectly hard backup of the Kriegspiel folder. No cloud required. So my anxiety over not being able to back up those passwords isn't actually that bad right now. Windows is absolutely against self-exploration. I cannot vocalize enough about just how much I dislike Windows 10. I moved on from Windows 7 to Windows 10 during my previous hard drive failure in August. And, it's worse. Mandatory updating is worse. That's really why I draw the line there. The control panel's all screwed up. It forces you to update. I'm never happy when a program updates itself. Eddie, you're gonna have to give me some time. He's been fed, he has been pooped. I think he wants to play. I think I can do that while multitasking this computer work. All accounts 11 is worse. We need... Hey, Eddie. We need some other kind of music. Or I might be... Eddie, no! Give me a minute, buddy. My head. Oh, CPU's in the 70s. Why? Why is it? Oh. Yeah, okay, thank you for telling me I'm on the latest version of CCleaner. Speak of the devil, CCleaner just automatically updated itself and I'm not I finally accessed the George folder. CCleaner updated itself and I was not happy about what happened because it updated itself to include a nag screen I have to click past. Updates. No. Do not keep CCleaner updated automatically. Do not notify me when there's a new version. Fuck off. God! Alright. Dying HDD backups folder, February 2025. Firefox backups. User data local. Let's do it. Local. Mozilla. Firefox. Profiles. Skeleton UI lock. What is that? I think it's profiles that we want though, right? Yeah. User data local. And then we gotta do user data roaming. It's copying, it's copying. Macro blank. Oh yeah, thank you. If I haven't heard it before, I will probably enjoy it better. Oh, I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. This is 55 minutes, thank you. I will not have to worry about music for the next 55 minutes. What the hell? Why is the user data local folder so big? Has Firefox been eating up my hard drive without me knowing? Oh boy, I'm gonna have to reinstall the extensions too. Ugh. User data local. Alright, I got user data roaming copied, and let's paste. Alright, now we're doing 2 operations. I sure hope my computer doesn't explode live on stream like it did a year and a half ago. It's running hot too. We're in the 70s. I think I'm actually... No, I'm not at a good point. I'm not at a good place right now. I'm not. I have not done my checklist I made for myself earlier. I gotta go to PayPal and do a PayPal transfer. And buy the hard drive and pay the most important bills. Were you signed into Firefox via Mozilla profile? I think they sync some stuff to the cloud. I don't think so. I've never felt trustworthy with that stuff. What is my PayPal password? Aha. Chill beats to pay bills too, yeah. PayPal is on the way. I got distracted. I'm copying over my desktop now. There are some important things in there I do want to save. I kind of forgot compared to the more important stuff. I sure hope these all make it over okay. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my emulation folder. I think it will be worth the shot trying to duplicate the drive before reinstalling everything. It will be worth the try to save the time. Okay, but in another window I was working on Amazon, finding the hard drive on Amazon, ordering a new one. I think they moved it. I think they moved the noodle machine. Cap Lager, why is transfarring spelled like that? I've seen that in the Metal Gear games, and I don't know why they do that. Sadly, those aren't actual noodles. It's very unfortunate, I know. Oh my word. Now, okay, I guess the hard drive was technically 2 years old. That's insane. This was a Western Digital 2 terabyte, Western Digital Blue, 7200 RPM, SATA 6 gigabyte, Western Digital 20 Easy BX, It was a Western Digital Blue. That's the name of the brand, right? $65. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. I thought it would be 80, and I think I'm still of a frugal mindset where the difference between the two means a lot. Wait, that's old? I think the one that failed to me was also a 2D Western movie. Cap Lager, that's not old. I ordered it in 2023, January 10. That's 2 years old. These things absolutely are meant to last 2 years. They're meant to last 5 minimum. You're not supposed to be worrying about this stuff until year 5. I think the one that failed on... God, that's not very promising. Are any of these reviewers talking about this problem? I really thought it was just me. It's got good Amazon reviews. I think I got it 2 years ago too. Did they like have a bad run at the Western Digital 2 terabyte blue factory that season or something? My Seagate HDD gave me errors after only like 2 years. Started freezing up. Gotta check Newegg for the real reviews. You know what? That's a good idea. I do want to order a 2 terabyte, but honestly, maybe shouldn't do that one. Western Digital Blue 2 terabyte. Now, what was the product number at the end? EZBX. EZBX. Alright, on Newegg, it's $77. It's more expensive. The reviews are more negative. It's got 4 out of 5 instead of 1 out of 5. So there's a negative review with 1 star here. This drive barely lasted 9 months before failing. Yeah, you want to see long-term reviews of these hard drives for testing reliability. It still leans mostly positive though. There's just 1 negative review at the top. Everyone else on Newegg that I'm scrolling past seems pretty happy with it. Oh no, here's a 2-star review. SATA 6 gigabytes per second is a complete marketing gimmick on any mechanical hard drive. Even the 10,000 RPM doesn't. A 2-year warranty is an insult. It sounds like they're not worried about the same thing I am. Okay, here's a 1-star review. It seems like they're more worried about the Newegg shipping. If you're ordering a new terabyte, may as well invest in it. I hate that I'm feeling tempted. Okay, no. I'm so sorry. I really cannot afford that. I might be willing to pay a few extra bucks for a brand that might have been scoring better on long-term reliability tests. I'm not gonna pay tens of extra bucks for an SSD. So are you looking for an NVMe or just M2 form factor or HDD? I think I'm looking for an HDD. I'm going cheap. It's gotta be cheap. I really am tempted to just order the same thing. Quiet, short warranty, overpriced. Is it Seagate? Most reliable hard drives, 2025. Tech Radar says that Western Digital Blue desktop hard drives are the best budget hard drives. Tech Radar says that Seagate Barracudas are the best hard drives overall. So yeah, Shadow Gamer 25. I don't know what you mean by NVMe. I don't know what you mean by M2 form factor, and why that would be different from HDD. All my 1 TB spinning disks are out of dumpster PCs. Seagate Barracuda. Let's see how much a Seagate Barracuda 2 gigabytes is on Amazon. 2 terabytes, I mean. $65, yes, thank you, Lord. That's the same exact price as the Western Digital. And I think it's edging slightly higher review scores. Okay, it's not the same exact price. It's $1 more expensive. NVMe and S2 are SSD form factors. Oh, huh. I do have an SSD in my backup computer, and it looks pretty different. It almost looks like a credit card, or a little plug-and-play console. I've seen SSDs that look like raw PCB, like a motherboard or something. You see the green circuit board, no cover. This one I have has a cover. Is that an M2 or NVMe? Also, I do checking PC Part Picker. They do price comps and have reviews from PC builders. I think I'm good, actually. I googled and skimmed some Tech Radar reviews, and they put Seagate at the top. And it's the same price on Amazon for the same capacity. Let's see what the Newegg reviews say about the Seagate Barracuda 2 terabytes. This is nice. I might not have had such a solid recovery plan, to be honest, if I was not streaming this fiasco live in front of everyone. .5 hard drive, bare drive. Do we got any of those negative reviews at the top? Yes, we do. Wow. One tough drive, I thought, but failed after 2 weeks. Ugh, this is always the gamble. Not every single item coming out of an electronics factory works. There's always a few failures that, never really show up until they're already in the customer's hands. It seems like everyone else was good. Oh no. Failed after 3 days, failed after 3 months, DOA. Wait, what is an SMR hard drive? Very slow write speed, died in 2 months. I don't know, now I'm scrolling past the negative reviews of the Seagate and getting apprehensive. I had the Seagate Barracuda Compute 2 terabyte, which gave me errors still more than usable, but you never know. I can't help but think that these guys just dropped their new purchases or something. What if the purchases got damaged in shipping? Either way, I feel like trusting the Tech Radar reviews the most. And they put Seagate at the top. They'd still be under warranty, correct. Yeah, I'm ordering the Seagate. Wait, why is one of these 94 and the other one's 65? Oh, the 2.5 inch is, more expensive. Wait, do I want 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch? Hang on, let me take a look at this thing. Yeah, I want 3.5. It looks like in real life it's really closer to 4 inches, but I guess 3.5 might be referring to the internal disc size. Gotta get out the ruler. I did actually get out the ruler, and it measures 4 inches across instead of 3.5, but I guess that means I want the 3.5. Yeah, 2.5 is a laptop drive. I do have one of those, and I use it as an external. Alright, let's do it. 65 bucks. How is shipping gonna work? I sure as hell do not have Prime. Fuck. No, I don't want a warranty. No, I don't want Amazon Prime for young adults. Shipping's gonna be $7, tax is gonna be $6.50. If it comes on March 6th, that's free delivery. Huh. If for March 4th for $7, March 6th for free. I'll pay the $7. Wait, today? Same day delivery is $9. That's tempting. Shipping estimates are a scam. I'll do March 4th. Wait, what card did they just use? I don't remember being nagged about which card to use. View order details. Can you do a free 30-day trial on Prime? It's already done. The deed has been done, the transaction has been completed. I didn't look at which card they were using. Good, it was debit, not credit. I hate how much I relate to his penny pinching. It's not a good feeling, to be honest. But I need to get this workstation PC back up and running as soon as possible, so I'll pay the $7 to get it on Tuesday, but I will not pay the $10 to get it on Saturday, because tomorrow I really need to relax. I need to not use a single brain cell for the whole day. Wow. Alright, let me put the tracking page on my bookmarks. Alright, it's on the way. It's coming Tuesday. My desktop files are taking an extremely long time to upload. I think I'm going to have to prioritize them by importance. They're estimating it'll take more than 1 day to copy them over. It froze up on something. That can't be right. Do 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 do. What's on the relaxation menu? Virtua Fighter 5 Revo Edition. The first Hunt Showdown rounds I will have played since the engine update in August locked me out of my previous computer. I'd like to read Aristotle's Poetics and a bit of Northrop Frye's Anatomy of Criticism. I would like to watch Twin Peaks Season 3. It's gonna be a good day. And I really think I ought to write that all down. Otherwise I might lose track of time and only do one of those things. I don't want to erase my brain cells. Also, Gorg, I'm reading Aristotle. No, you did, but I'm reading Aristotle for professional pleasure. Okay, I'm reading Northrop Frye for professional pleasure. Northrop Frye is a critic from the 1960s. No, he's not. He's a literature professor from the 1960s who wrote a lot of theory about criticism, which I assumed before bringing it up meant that he was doing criticism at some point and deeply interested in criticism. It's supposed to be one of the most definitive, groundbreaking, important works on art criticism in general that has ever been written. And I previously listened to a lecture series of his that was wonderful and life-changing and helped get me out of depression, called The Educated Imagination. I don't think a lot of video game critics have actually read a lot of this kind of classic non-fiction criticism about criticism, or academic literature theory about criticism, and implemented it into their works. And I think this is a big difference about my Kriegspiel video that everyone's going to see soon, is that the way I'm doing criticism with this method is pretty wild and pretty I don't know if it's wild, but it's going to be pretty different, and I think it really will edge me above my contemporaries to some certain extents. Obviously, my schedule cannot possibly be as reliable as my contemporaries, and my production values are still going to be a notch lower because I don't have hired help. And I'm also using Vegas still. But I am extremely proud of the depths of research and the connections that I've been able to spot, the observations I've been able to make, the dots that I've connected between so many different kinds of media and art in this video. And I'm finding Northrop Frye's literature criticism advice, though it was originated for a guy who's like a specialist in poetry, William Blake poetry at that, extremely difficult poetry. Applying that stuff to video games is a pretty different way of looking at it, where you try to plug into some of the archetypes and mythological metaphors that are going on in the player's head, and how they process the image on screen through cultural influences in the real world that then cycle back around to real-world actions a few years later, a generation later, from the players themselves. It's not interested whatsoever in anything about objectively good game design or objectively bad game design, or a necessarily deep interest in combat mechanics, though it absolutely positively comes up and is a big part of the focus on mental metaphors. I need to pay my bill, and that's the scariest part of the last thing I want to do before wrapping up the stream. How are my files copying? They're not copying great. It's an MP3 that's taking so long? That's strange. I'm looking up the book in class on criticism. What was his name again? Prozaco. Northrop Frye. Anatomy of Criticism. However, if you are hoping to find something less difficult and more approachable, there is an audio podcast series, an audio lecture series that you're going to listen to like a podcast. I don't know if general audiences are going to get a lot out of this, but educated imagination. But if you are a professional critic, you will. And I would argue in that event it's very important, actually. He's going to be addressing things that are not really of immediate concern to your life unless you have spent tens of hours working for a decade or more on media that utterly bores you at that point. I think that's what I'm getting out of it, is how to get my passion back after losing it from the repetitions and the duration of the jobs. And that perspective of like looking at it as a job. It's the kind of job everyone wants, and I can't complain. I can't complain that it's the job that I ended up working very hard to get and make a living with for at least a few years before having to beg for money on Twitch. But it's... I don't even know if it's necessarily difficult. Like, it's about justifying the professional purposes. The educated imagination, that is about justifying the critic's role in society. If you have not felt an existential shame or grief over thoughts about you not being very useful during a crisis, this will put your mental health back on track and help you reevaluate your professional role in society with greater clarity than I certainly had before listening to it. Can I get it to skip this MP3 file? It's stuck on this particular one. Maybe I should press the pause and resume button and see if that wakes it up. A job is a job is a job is a job, and the society we live in directly incentivizes to hoard the most amount of money to isolate yourself from the ills of today, so it's okay. The anti-Ratatouille stance. Is OBS actually capturing this stuff okay? I can't even tell anymore. So, the educated imagination is about how educating yourself on classic literature theory, which is kind of sort of the required reading for criticism, which I did read in college. Yeah, like if you're going through the canons of Plato first before they start throwing the Toolman method and the monomyth stuff at you. This is the educated imagination is about how getting an education in literature and classic literature theory can help you wrap your mind around a lot of other problems that are going to hit you, because it equips you with a powerful set of thinking tools. You know what? I'll sum it up there and leave it there. The Anatomy of Criticism I've really only just dug into. It's a collection of 4 essays, and I've read the first, and a good chunk of the first was paraphrasing Aristotle's Poetics, which I've never read closely, at least. And so I wanted to get that one out of the way, and it's not that bad. Aristotle's sentence structure is convoluted, but the points are not, and what I find fun is his references to contemporary Athenian poets and playwrights that have since been lost. He credits the invention of plays with more than one actor to a single individual who lived in ancient Greece, and then credits the invention of painting the background of a stage with a different individual from ancient Greece. Any other good philosophy book recommendations? I don't know. I don't know if I like reading philosophy. I don't know if I would call Aristotle's Poetics a philosophy book either. It is the earliest surviving attempt at making an educational textbook about poetry and art. It's not Plato. Oh yeah! Any other good philosophy book recommendations? Phaedo! Phaedo by Plato! Plato is fun sometimes, and Phaedo, I believe, if I'm getting the name right, is one of the fun ones. It's about... I am sure I had a head full of this stuff when writing the Kriegspiel video, and it's about how ideas, or whether ideas behind making art can ever truly be original, and and how one, as an artist or one who cares about art, should reflect or respect the giant, enormous chains of influences going back to unwritten primordial caveman prehistory that Plato and Phaedo, a lot of ancient Greeks in general, seem to have some sort of idea of. I'm gonna stop this copy-paste operation. No, I'm not. I'm going to try it again, but with the problematic file in question skipped. That's all. Oh no, I think the drive is locking me out of the user data folder again, is what might be happening. I'm trying to explore it, and it's going very slowly. This doesn't even have... I gotta pay the bill. I gotta pay the bill. I gotta check my bank account and pay the bill, and I hate doing it, and I've been putting it off by vocalizing distractions. You could also try Terra Copy if the Windows copy-paste thing isn't cooperating. I'm gonna write that down. There were a few suggestions. Terra Copy. I think I'm gonna keep this in mind for duplication rather than... What am I calling it right now? This stuff? Data recovery? And duplication with backup PC that has dying HDD installed internally. My phone is exploding with two-factor codes tonight. I feel like a very... I would feel like a very popular person if I was stupider. Yeah. I'm almost done. I'm popular with 27 people on Twitch. It's been many a year since my phone has ever blown up with actual social notifications. I'm pretty sure that's... I can't easily recall a time that happened in recent memory. I think the last time that ever happened was before the pandemic. I used to have weekly fighting game nights. Is Dad and Son still a thing? The Discord is hopping. I don't think you should get your hopes up for any episodes, though. Is this a Vaporwave album we've been listening to? Earlier this week, I was thinking back to the English discussions we were having here, and I was thinking about Death Stranding. Sorry for not being very talkative. I'm kind of focused on these bills and some very scary numbers. Amelie is English. Amelie? What would it... Amelie is the ka. Oh no, you mean the French movie from like 2000? Amelie ka is America in English. Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing the word America. America is America in English. Ka and the ha. Ka is the spirit! Oh no. Now we're talking about mbimbam.web. What is this? I'm too curious. I hope I didn't just click on a virus. Mbimbam.web. What are you trying to do? And Amelie was the name of the European extreme. That's what that means. The Justin McElroy bit. Okay. I paid my most important bill for the end of the month. Wow. God, my head is spinning. My head is absolutely spinning. I gotta wrap up this stream, but 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Over the past 4 hours, my hard drive failed. I've started a copy pasting backup routine. And I ordered a new one that I plan on copy pasting, duplicating the hard drive over with. I'm dizzy. I'm really dizzy. I'm super dizzy. Oh my god. But my CPU temperature is at 70 degrees. More of these backup copy pasting operations I'm doing are going to take some sweet time to finish up. And I want to see what's going on here. I am too curious. Mabim Bam, I'm Emily. Oh, that's what it is. I cook an egg.
Sent in by Amelie Belcher. Thanks, Amelie. It's by Yahoo Answers user.
Amelie?
What was that?
It's reference to the Amelie
From the movie Amelie?
Amelie?
Because she just walks around
An
and
impression. You just.
it's about a young girl
Hello, I am Amelie.
who can only say her own name.
I cook an egg with a spoon. Amelie? Jesus. She cooked an egg with a spoon? Fall in love again with me, Amelie? Now on DVD.
Is it in the money zone? Amelie.
You missed that new relationship spell, baby. Fall in love with me, Amelie. Don't look for me on Blu-ray. I'm not on Blu-ray. I'm too small to fit on the Blu-ray. They lose me. I am Amelie. I'm hiding near the spindle. I am Amelie. This laser disc is gigantic. I am on the edge of it. Hello. It is like a plate for my egg dinner. Delicious. I am
Oh,
Amelie.
I'm very hungry all of a sudden. I haven't thought about food this whole time, and I'm due for some food. I got a bill paid. I got a Amazon order put in for a new hard drive. I've got the PayPal transfer going over. I'm exhausted and I'm gonna call the stream now. Noodles weren't even food up to I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so very much. I am so very sorry that my luck is what it is. And that I have been begging for money so much on Twitch, and that this bullshit that takes money keeps coming up. But I think okay, the hard drive comes in on March 4th, and the deadline for the video is March 15th! Oh my god! The hard drive's gonna come in on March 4th. And the deadline for the video is March 15th. Should I have ordered the same day shipping instead, actually? Can I pick up the slack and do work on this compute? Yes, that's how I'll make it happen. I will pick up the slack by continuing to do cloud-based work on this computer, and also seeing if I can just install Vegas and tool around with the editing timeline a bit. But I'm very, very worried about the hard drive coming in on March 4th, and me spending all day March 4th getting it set up. In fact, maybe even spending all day on March 5th getting it set up. And then only having, like, a week to edit a video that might be an hour long that took a year to put together. For clarification, there are 477 media clips involved that have been gathered. There were 9 very complicated bits of animation work that have been completed. It's going to be a week of arranging the 477 pieces in the proper order. It's doable, but it sounds like hell. And I bet some problem's going to come up with the condo tower business in the meantime. This sucks, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, thank you all for watching, and thank you all for your extremely generous donations that are getting me through it. It's one thing after another, isn't it? I'm gonna do proofreading. I'm not gonna relax after this. It's gonna feel like relaxation compared to it, but I am going to do some proofreading on the script, and if I can get Vegas running, I might start the timeline without an audio track. But proofreading is definitely on the docket. We're at that stage right now. Get some warm food in you. Yeah, warm food. Warm food, proofreading. Chill out. Stop worrying about dying hard drives, because that problem will be fixed. And the worrying that I have to do about missing data is a pretty small fry in comparison. I have made a generous amount of backups. I was prepared for this, and that's what I need to think about. That I was seeing it coming, I had a plan. It's a pain in the ass, but I did prepare for it and have a plan, and this is not as bad a situation as it might be. Alright, have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much, and take care. Am I coming through? Am I live? Good news. Good news. The drive The drive is explorable. Oh man. Local disk C, local disk E. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have a backup 1 terabyte hard drive. Copy dim files. Yeah. Let me... Oh god, the nausea. Copy them files or try to duplicate? Copy them files first. Duplicate second. Wow. Also, when this computer was booting up, the BIOS yelled at me and said that you should replace one of your hard drives soon and press escape to enter setup. I don't know why it wanted me to enter setup, because I entered setup, confirmed that the boot order was set to the correct drive, not the dying drive, and then exited setup, and it booted into the situation I'm seeing here. Alright. Okay. Copy them files. First order of business is going to be removing the redundant... Oh, let me also check the... No, OBS window capture is still absolutely screwed. So let me get something more entertaining on the screen while I do all of this. You would need enough space to cover the partition you wish to clone. You can't partially clone a partition. God damn. That's a pain in the ass. Does that mean I have to reinstall Windows 10? That's a real big pain in the ass. Almost to the point where I would think that if I can order... Yeah. Oh, I have a plan. This PC is bootable. I can explore the drive. I can copy what's most important now and immediately order another 2 terabyte replacement drive. I hope I didn't die there cold chemical. I'm just now coming up with the recovery plan. I think I got it. These things are cheap. They should be like $50 to $80. And it might be here by the end of the weekend, which means I can do my writing work on the cloud. Can I actually launch Vegas from this drive with the way it's plugged in? Oh, poor Eddie. Eddie needs to go out too while all this is happening. Twilight sniping was good. Twilight sniping was really helping me keep my momentum through this. I would like to see if I can run my video editing program from this computer, from the dying hard drive plugged in, and and save some things. I think what I will do is accept some fan donations and immediately get on Amazon and order more or less the same drive, because I think this is a freak accident. It's a good brand, it got good reviews, it's a Western digital blue thing. I've had a few drives of this before that at least last 5 years, but this one only lasted 2.5. And I think that means it's a fluke, it's luck, it is my luck then. Oh, I typed a ton of things and backspaced them. In any case, I'm going to delete my old Deathloop footage that I don't care about and start copying over the biggest of the biggest folders, which is the Kriegspiel production folder. And secondly, it needs to be the Firefox profiles. I'm going to accept fan donations from anyone who's offering, because by God do I need it, and order a replacement drive on Amazon that's more or less the same thing, and then duplicate the dying hard drive onto that one. Okay. Western Digital is usually good. That's what I've been told. The other thing going on, though, is that video work, big HD video work like this, it churns through hard drives at a faster rate than normal usage. These stream files can go up to 60 to 80 gigabytes sometimes, and that probably shortened its lifespan. But this one was noticeably shorter, and this one had given me problems before. I think there are things that are good extracting stuff without further damaging. Hey, Cold Chemical, I think I am a step ahead of you. I think I know exactly what you're talking about, and I think I am kinda sorta doing that. I'm doing it through Windows. Windows kinda sorta has a thing built in for this, but yeah, that is functionally what I'm doing. Anyways, gotta concentrate. Oh man. Adrenaline's doing something. Okay, so, let me just crop our display capture. Okay. Current attempt is data recovery and duplication with backup PC. Dying backup PC that has dying HDD installed internally. You got this. I'm even wondering if I could put it back on the computer and duplicate it there, but maybe I shouldn't. I hate what a mess your desks turn into when you're doing computer work. And one of my desks has been strewn about with messy computer parts for almost a year now, because one of my 2 computers has been dead for a year and a half until as of 3 days ago. 3 days before one of my other 2 computers did its breaking. Alright. I need to focus. I was ranting. Eddie needs to calm down too. We got Deathloop. What are these 20 gigabyte videos? I think it's Subnautica. I think I have a Subnautica playthrough saved on this drive, and I don't care about that anymore. $22 gigabytes I can free up from Deathloop. Let's do it. Hey, Eddie, calm down, please. I'm gonna take you out in a minute. In a minute. He just scratched my nipple. Alright. Dying HDD backups folder. February 2025. I can't believe I last did this in August of 2024. I lost my train of thought when I said that. I put the folder in the wrong folder. But I'm I'm ultimately going to be going for a duplication rather than a slower method, rather than reinstalling, reformatting, and reinstalling, because this drive is probably dying and needs to go in the trash. What do I do with old drives? What do I do with old broken computer components? Eddie, hello, hello, I love you. What was I copying over? My thinking is taking a hit. Where did my window go? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. The drive is not struggling to bring up my old folders. Okay, Kriegspiel is 90 gigabytes. What the... If it's not spinning or working, nothing... No, Bodrick, It's not dead, it's dying. It's spinning, it's copying. Wow, it's actually copying pretty fast. It'll be done when I get back. Okay, Eddie, now's your time. Let's go out. I'm gonna take Eddie. I thought we were sweating Iliad walls. Yeah, we were doing that too. Yeah, I already uploaded to the cloud the latest versions of the Iliad readings. I might as well upload them to the backup drive here. Alright, 50 minutes. It's gonna take 50 minutes to copy 72 gigabytes of Kriegspiel production folder materials over. Yeah, Bodrick, I don't know if I'm in a good spot, but it might not be as bad as you initially thought. Could it be a power amperage for the drive in the other computer if there were USB issues? Power amperage for the drive. If he's copying, he's living. I'm alive, but I am suffering, I am wounded, I am tired. I'm alive, but I've taken, like, at least half my HP bar is missing. When I get back, I need to start a PayPal transfer and get on Amazon and order a replacement hard drive. Hopefully I can get the same exact model. That sounds like such a stupid decision though, doesn't it? But that would make the duplication... I'm assuming that there might be hardware compatibility issues if I get a very different hard drive. Someone just told me I shouldn't even attempt the duplication on this smaller hard drive I'm currently copying over the most critical contents to. In any case, I'm taking Eddie out. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Let me actually put a warning on the stream about that. Let me also put an image on the screen for ambiance. You can, like, see me doing it in the background. Alright. Appreciate the reverb on the bass. Bass, the bass, it's not a fish. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, look at this. It looks like a real stream now. Also taking a break to take Eddie out. 5, 10 mins. Okay. Yeah, it's not quite cropped perfectly, but good enough. The make and model shouldn't matter as long as it uses the same interface. But what could be more reliable? I feel like Like, I do want to order for reliability this time, but HDDs are really cheap right now, so, and I really just need to get an emergency solution going, so maybe I should just order the same one. I'll think about it while taking Eddie out. Come on, Eddie, let's go. I'm back. I'm back. Uh-oh. There's some errors. They look kind of minor, though. Um. Uh. Uh. Let's get the music going again. Okay. So, my short-term memory is just a little shot right now. I was forgetting which pocket I was putting which set of keys in, and where the smartphone, where I last left my smartphone, stuff like that. But I'm seeing files copy over. 23 minutes left for Kriegspiel files. OBS is throwing me some kind of error. Encoding overloaded, consider a faster codec. Not entirely sure if I want to worry about that right now. Temperatures on the CPU are at 65 degrees. Those look fine. The computer I'm using right now is... it still needs some work done on it. It's been running hot. It runs hot when I use Handbrake. Gets into the 80s, but I don't need to worry about that right now. I'm looking at files copy. Now there's one error here. Can't read from the source file or disk. It's book1, take 1, output.wav. That's Iliad. Oh wow, yeah, that's from years ago. Oh. Sounds like you ran with Eddie more than... I just took him out to poo. He's got his exercise for the day. He was asking me to poo, and it's a little frustrating, Eddie, because I took you out to do that right before the stream to try and prevent it from happening during the stream, but I got it done. Let's hit the try again button. It looks like the Kriegspiel files are copying over fine, and those are more important than the Iliad files. All of this stuff is mostly backed up on the cloud anyway. This is just safety's sake for redundancy at this point. I should start relaxing. I should order that Amazon drive. I should make a checklist of what I need to do when I get back, actually. Oh, I got some bills to pay, too. Oh my word. Let's press this try again button and see what happens. Do-do-do. 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 Looks like it's having a harder time. It looks like it just froze. Oh wait, no, it just slowed down, but it's still moving. Huh. So I maybe shouldn't plan on the duplication going flawlessly. But it looks like I can recover the files. A lot of them have already made it. Something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. The copying operations have frozen up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and when I get back I need to write down on a piece of paper my next steps. Oh, it's moving again. Still going, just slowed down. But it's moving. I wonder why it froze for so long. Okay, I'm back, and now it's predicting that the Kriegspiel operation is going to take 1 hour and 50 minutes. Gotta get some sleep. Hope the recovery goes in well. Hang in there. Thank you, thank you. Me too, buddy. I've been reading a big file. Those can freeze up copying on holes if I'm not mistaken, and there sure are a lot of those. 100% camo remix MGS3 Snake Eater for some mix. Okay. Sounds like a good one. Have a good night. Thanks for being there for me. 100% camo remix. Do you mean abstract camouflage remix? Okay, it threw me another error then. Can't read from the source file or disk. This is when it's trying to copy Iliad materials. When it threw me this error, it then resumed copying over Kriegspiel files really, really fast. And this is absolutely the kind of music I need right now for all the panic I'm going through right now. Oh. HDDs can only do one file at a time because of physics. It's a shame. Alright, Eddie's still bothering me for something. Maybe it is food this time? Wait, no, I need to make my list so I don't come back all confused. Alright, between my plan A, B, and C, which one was it? Put HDD back into workstation. Clean hard drive contacts, try again. Plan B. I'm gonna put a big circle around that one because that's the one that ended up working. Did you ever play the MGS medals in Little Big... No, I did not. Step 1, as of 1:30 a.m. is gonna be begin PayPal transfer. Order new HDD from Amazon. Same make and model. Taking the HDD for a professional can work miracles sometimes. HDDs are very physical things. I don't think I'm gonna need to, and I think that would ultimately be more expensive and maybe even more time consuming than the do-it-yourself plan I have put together here. I don't think it's that bad. It's still operable, I just can't boot from it. I'm copying files over right now, and it's halfway finished copying over my Kriegspiel files. My video essay work is all uploaded to the cloud. I just, am gonna have to reinstall the operating system and put my browser passwords back on. But the actual, and reinstall the productivity software, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. If I can't duplicate the drive, I will try to just straight duplicate the drive before I do any reformatting and reinstalling of anything. Thanks, Prozacco. You have no real physical reason to fear your drive is dead yet, it's just time, so jam. Bodrick, I am tempted to plug this thing back into my workstation after these copies finish and attempt to ignore the post test that prevents it from booting, and run the CMD commands that I was told might help, and see if I can just pretend like nothing's wrong for the end of the week and stick my head in the sand. But when Monday rolls around and this package arrives, I will need to be thinking about duplicating. And if the duplication doesn't work, I'm looking at days of reformatting, reinstallation work. Professional drive fixes are very expensive. Most of the time they won't work. Yeah, I've looked into that option when this has happened in the past, and it's never really been practical. Those are for, like, businesses. Professional drive data... What the hell am I saying? I'm a business. Those are for businesses run by people who don't know how to use computers good. That's what those services are for. Those are also for people willing to pay an extremely ridiculous amount of money to recover things like corporate secrets or criminal evidence, like something really, really important there that could save their life if it gets recovered. It's not for... The business it's for is not for YouTube videos about video games, I guess. But I am happy to just sit here and chat while doing this, because I need it. Oh my god, do I need it. Begin PayPal transfer, order new HDD from Amazon, same make and model. Pay bills. I'm gonna be paying bills. Live on stream. And that's going to require digging up some more annoying passwords that I never had saved on this computer. We cannot lose the noodle gag. The noodle gag is safe. Don't worry about the noodle gag. In fact, I think the most important stuff is safe. At this point, I'm crossing my fingers and praying that everything goes according to my current plan, mostly to save time rather than data. It's the 3 to 4 days of reinstallation, readjusting, reinstalling, reformatting. If I can just duplicate the drive in a couple clicks, that will save me all that time. Because I have a deadline for the video that I don't want to... My god, yeah, I've played funny games with the deadlines of this video so many times, and I can't believe I don't want to tell them to extend it again. Can we get some noodle footage on screen? Yeah. Let me look around. I might have just copied it over. I could play it in a looping. Yeah. I could maybe play it in a looping VLC window from the backup file that just copied over if it did. Those noodles.mov. The timestamp says what? September 5th, 2016. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we got it. I found the noodles. Let's get a VLC window capture. Okay, this computer and this and its VLC video source, maybe? The window capturing on this installation of OBS I'm using right now is failing me over and over again. VLC window is just displaying black. Yeah, see that? It's the noodles are going. They're going up and down, but OBS doesn't want you to watch for some reason. Oh god. Also, the video froze midway through and I got some kind of error. You need to provide administrator permission to copy this file. Continue, I guess? And those noodles.mov actually froze? Anyways, let me just try again. It's probably just matter of retrying. Okay, Kriegspiel has been copied over. My stomach feels a lot better all of a sudden. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snaky.